You may have read on the internet, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you read your news about cars, that old BMWs are unreliable, untrusting, and every time someone buys one, they have constant fear it's going to blow up or not make it home. And I really want to disprove that theory because I don't feel it's true or justified. So here we have a 2002 BMW 325 Ci. And I'm going to take it on a 5,000 plus kilometer road trip along the eastern US to Tail of the Dragon, Blue Ridge Parkway, and more, and see if this car will actually make it. So far, just out here in Warsaw, New York. Pretty nice town. Starting to rain though, but pretty views. Car's been doing great, as you see. Made it so far, about 6 hours so far into the trip, but not too bad. Morning from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. On our way to Capitol Hill now. About an hour or so away. See a pretty cool car. Well, we're stopped here in Fredericton, Maryland. Just want to kind of find some gripes with the car that I had while I was driving it down here. So we're almost to Washington. Perfect time as well because he's over there just documenting a quadra steer, as he does. So a few things. One, this car is obscenely comfortable too for how long I've been in the vehicle so far. Probably about 10 hours in total. It's been holding up really good actually too. No issues so far. A few things that I found I didn't really like so far is the ergonomics of the cup holders are pretty bad. So it's not the worst thing. They function good as cup holders. But if you look here, basically you have your water bottle here, which is in the way of your shifter. But if you put it back here, you lose your armrest as well. So unfortunately you can't have that, or it just hits that like that. So you're kind of stuck with hitting your water bottle while you're driving and going to lower gear, which is fine, but not the best ergonomic situation. And here with the top down too, the car looks phenomenal versus with the top up. Not bad at all with the top up, but man, does it really show how much prettier this car looks with the top down. I'm here in Washington, D.C. at Harvard University for something pretty
Howard
special.
University.
Howard? I'll get back out. Howard?
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah. Harvard for Washington, D.C.'s population.
I'm here in Washington, D.C. at Howard University, which is just their knockoff of Harvard, basically, with a really cool car, a GM EV1. And this is probably one of the few accessible, if at all, remaining EV1s left. And it's a pretty neat car. I want to show you, but I don't know quite enough about them. But I know someone who does. So I am summoning the Aiden Car Spotter. Look at this guy. He can tell you all about this thing. It's pretty neat.
This is obviously a GM EV1, and it is one of the only ones in the world remaining that's kind of publicly accessible. You can go to the Smithsonian or whatever museum and stand 10 feet away from it behind ropes and admire it. You can't really get up close and pose your car for a picture with one. They made around 1,200 of these. GM only leased them out, and then when these leases were finished, customers didn't have the option to buy them back. So vast majority were just crushed.
We are here to say goodbye to more than a car. We are here today to close a chapter in a book.
Thank you all for attending funeral today for the EV1.
Unfortunately, very sadly. And about 40 of them survived, really. They were all sent to universities like this one or museums to be preserved, or in this case, turned into some kind of mad science experiment.
The brake, so it looks like it. Yeah, they're on.
Based on the stuff that's happening with this interior. But it is very cool. 100% GM car, of course. Had some unique features like this Ford style door keypad code.
Definitely not a copy or anything.
The wheels are Saturn reminiscent, but they're not Saturn wheels. They're just similar. You would have these wheel covers like a first generation Honda Insight. Obviously, the styling of it is aerodynamics over everything. And if you look inside, you get a Oldsmobile style cassette head unit. That shifter's unique to this car. All those climate buttons are unique to this car. Really everything in that center stack except for the head unit. The air vents are, standard GM. So is the mirror. The seats are unique. The cruise control and turn signal stock, as well as the wiper stocks, are out of any generic GM product, like a Sunfire from the time.
The design is very reminiscent of a Honda Insight from the time too. They definitely see where they got the inspiration from that as potentially a possible contender. I'm assuming they were trying to shoot for in the market with more efficient vehicles. But yeah, this thing is wicked. Like, to have a chance to see one in person while this is still here, definitely come see this thing, because I don't know how long it'll be here for. One day it might be here, then next day it'll be gone. But it's just super easy to get to. Obviously, maybe not come during Washington's rush hour, but other than that, this thing's incredible. And actually, all in all, for being outside, it's probably entire life, it's not terrible shape. But that's one of the more few things we got to show in this trip. Obviously, got more to go with this BMW. Sure, we'll see more cool cars. Maybe a clean GM EV1. Probably not, but... my impressions on this car after tillage rating? Well, one, did find out it does corner better than an SI. 2014 to be exact. Two, handles very good. Paired with good tires, it's very tight cornering, very responsive steering, I found. Transmission does not like hard shifts. Take your time when you're going through gears. It's not like an M3 or something modern where it lines right up and goes straight in. No, this one, you do still need to be a little bit slower with shifting your gears, but it still do pretty quick. It's not bad at all. It says second usually is first second. Doesn't like doing it right away. That's quick shift in a way, but body roll on this car is also a little much when you're doing tight cornering. And one, it is a convertible, so it's not super stiff. It's got more weight. So that might not be the same in a hardtop. But like I said, this has the non-M Sport suspension, so it's probably a fixable thing by just doing simply an upgrade with strut tower racing, lowering it, or different style of struts, and stiffer stabilizers possibly will be a better solution to that issue. But out of the box, what we're kind of talking about with this car, it's really good. And now on top of that too, for pricing. So let's say you want it in the market for a two-door sports touring cabriolet, whatever it might be, coupe. This car should be on your list because one, unlike a lot of the Japanese cars that are arguably, yes, good, these are around cheaper, usually on average, and usually in better shape. So to find a nice E46 that's not rusty or super abused, you'll have a easier time finding one of those than finding like a Miata or a Celica or Super, something like that. So the value proposition for this is even better when it comes to that sense of second-hand ownership, or third or fourth or 10th, how old or how many owners the cars have passed through. But this would be a perfect car if you want something that's affordable, fun, quick, nimble. This is that car. Yes, it takes premium. That is a downside, but you do have 6-cylinder.
M50 for best engine ever.
And not many cars at the time or for this price point have 6-cylinder. So this car is probably one of the best bang for buck secondhand vehicles. New, well, it's 2002, so I can't be the judge of that. We're well beyond that point. That was 24 years ago, so who knows if it was a good bargain. But compared to other cars at the time, how quick they were, how they handled, this car was definitely leaps ahead of a lot of things. And the build quality shows too. Like this car is pretty well put together. Body lines, interior trim, no rattles, squeaks, nothing, even after 24 years. So this car, they definitely did a huge improvement from the E36. I'm going to mention that again. And from other stuff that was on the market at the time too. You get a lot of other Japanese cars at the time. They feel cheap. Like the plastics are cheap. The leathers are cheap. This doesn't feel cheap. Like the leathers feel nice. The wheel feels nice. The seats feel nice. Everything's got soft touch. Everything's padded. So to have a car with this quality, build quality, and materials, it's hard to say no to this car. And this trip has really shown me to fall in love with this thing. This is a awesome vehicle. And this isn't the best E46 either. It's not an M3. It's not a 330, ZHP, not an M Sport. So I can only imagine what those are like. This, but better. And now, if we do get an M3, I'll do it. It'd be nice to do a comparison. And two, with the roof down, as we have here, it's actually not loud. Pretty quiet. Plus, we did pick up a wind deflector, so it pushes wind all the way from you. Doesn't hit your head. So if it's colder, you can drive this out to like 5, 6 degrees. Tried it once. Did it in a 5-degree day, and it was fine. It was comfortable. A little chilly, but the wind doesn't hit you, so it's not that bad. Wear a jacket, you're okay. So you can try these well into October easily with the roof down with the proper equipment. Now, that being said, though, with this type of car, it is 24 years old. They're going to be still broken or need fixing. You'll never buy one that's just absolutely perfect. And if you do, please show it to me. These will always need some form of work. They'll always leak something. You always have to fix it in that sense, where if you buy a car, it's not ready out of the box. Be expected with that with any used car, for the matter of fact, of this age and this type of vehicle. With this vehicle, the amount of work you had to put into it, roughly about $4,000 to make it decent and drivable for this trip. So we did obviously suspension in the front, Did an oil pan reseal, all the belts, pulleys, fluids, filters, tires, brakes, calipers, and all in all, for $4,000 for work, that's not bad. And I do recommend doing it yourself. You'll pay an arm and a leg for a mechanic to work on these cars. These ones aren't that bad. Newer ones might be worse, but I would definitely work on it yourself if you have the ability. But if you have the money to dispose, there's no harm with someone else fixing it. But if you're young and you're looking for a sports car, you definitely don't want to know how to fix it yourself. BMW parts are not super expensive for this car. You can find them on Rock Auto or some other cheap aftermarket parts provider, and you can buy basically the name brand stuff. So as if it was BMW, it's the OEM supplier, just not stamped BMW. You're getting the same quality stuff for half the price. Anyways, we're on our way to Spartanburg for a pit stop at the BMW assembly plant, and see you there. Good morning from Spartanburg. Successfully made it so far to South Carolina with the BMW E46 in the background, as you see, at the Spartanburg assembly plant. Right now, this is where they build the X3 and so on. iX3, potentially, we did see one coming in. I think this would be an opportune time to show you the car off right now. So this won't be as high of quality as the last video for filming, just because I don't have somebody helping me film this, but this car looks so good with the roof down. Just want to show you that here. All the lines, they really, really did a good job designing it. So it folds away nice and perfectly, as if you wouldn't even know this had a convertible top underneath. Let's go up to the front here. Basically, we have adaptive HID headlights, obviously your running lights as well, clear turn signals, markers. This one is equipped with fog lights too, plus washers, as you see here, that do pop out and spray the headlight. There's also an option with the Schwartz black grills. However, I do prefer the chrome on these, so definitely have to guess it when we find that. I do definitely like the pre-LCI over the LCI facelift. I feel like this just looks more timeless, more classic. Obviously not M3, so it doesn't have those vents or anything like that, or the excessive wide body, but we do have it paired to style 197 BBS wheels. They are OEM BMW wheels, and they look phenomenal on this car. And you still perform alignments on there, because you have these factory alignment holes for the alignment heads, which is neat. And it does go up to 18 on the spec sheet. They are 18 inches paired to a pilot's board, 4S's. As you see, staggered setup. So you can run staggered on an E46 narrow body. Definitely a size I recommend. Show you right here. 245, 40, 18 in the rear. Front, we have 225, 45, 18 in the front. Basically, you have diffusers on the mirror here, help with wind noise, the roof down. Plus, the nice thing the coupes have is this clear tail lights here. However, I do wish this had the LCI styling. It's a lot better than the sedans, in my opinion. Same with LED third brake light, and the LCIs do have the LED tail light. And a manual trunk release under here, just in case your battery dies or your trunk actuator stops working. But decent storage space. We have a few things in here. Fizz up, you can fold that away. Plus, you do have a OEM toolkit back here, which is very nice. So you do see where you have tire iron, tools, you name it. It is missing the jack, I believe, but it's still neat nonetheless. You can imagine what it'd be like with everything in there. But yeah, trunk space is all right. They do have lights back here too, so at nighttime it's not unbearable or hard to see, at least. Now onto the interior. one's not option with the sports seats, so no adjustable bolster there or side bolsters. However, they're still very comfortable by all means. Adjustable headrest, adjustable lumbar, both drivers and passenger, plus seat memory settings 1, 2, and 3, which also set your mirrors. So I'll try to show you an example here. You play this, let's say I want to play with my mirror, move it all the way in. I go to seat setting 1 and then press that and hold it. And it sets your mirrors and your seat to the position you had it previously. Up to 3 settings. Power mirrors, which also do go down when you put it in reverse, so you can see the lines better when you're parking. I'm a little bit iffy about that. I'm not too sure if I like that or hate that. Sometimes I find it useful. Sometimes I find it annoying to have that lowering passenger mirror, but they are tinted, so that's helpful at least. And it has auto dimming, so at night you're not being blinded because you are in the direct ride height or light pattern of an SUV. So, and with the amount of those on the road, we know how that goes. Auto headlights, fog lights, one of the best feeling turn signals ever. Steering wheel controls obviously have volume, seat, your push to talk. If you were option with the car phone, which is nice. Cruise, all that. Obviously the mentioned cup holders I wasn't a big fan of. Nice shifter, probably like a 7 out of 10, I'd say. Feels nice, goes in the gear very nice. However, it's decent throw. Just, yeah, the feeling isn't all as good as something Honda would make. The weighted shifters would probably be nicer. And I'm sure you could get easy kits to upgrade them for stiffer bushings, which would be even better. Auto all down windows, auto up and down on driver's side, and auto down on all the other ones, which is nice. The auto all down is a great feature. Any roof controls, heated seats, and traction, which is one, thank God traction is just one press. You don't have to hold it, you don't do no stupid thing. It's just on or off. Armrest is great. I wish this was a little bit thicker. Like the door here, this has nice plush and nice cover, but this one gets a little bit sore after a bit of driving with it. But great wheel, nice and thin, nice ribs here, great leather, feels great. Auto climate control, auto recirc. Do be wary of these do break very easily. What's weird about the vents is you can either choose hot to cold, while this is set to hot or cold. So let's say this is hot, you can make this cold, and cold air will come out with this little dial here for some reason. It's definitely interesting. Not too sure why they did that. It seems redundant. We need to just, change the temperature in the auto climate panel. And it's not like it's dual either. It's one side. You can close or open it, but glove box is nice. Very small. They fit about a CD album and the owner's manual at most, but it is nicely textured with a light in there, so it's very easy to use. And here you see the back seats. Back seats are just not usable unless you may be a toddler or a baby or a kid, but these are just so tight. We tried fitting 2 6-foot people back here. It was bad. And even if you're 5 foot, you'd probably have a hard time. You see, legroom is not very ample. You do have nice back pouches, which is nice. But yeah, these seats are more just a suggestion. We also have the anti-roll bars built into the headrest there. This does have auto wipers. So it doesn't say it has auto wipers on the stock. However, when you go to turn them on the lowest setting, they'll adapt varying how hard the rain is or how light the rain is, which is very convenient. I like how it's oriented towards the driver. So everything's focused on the driver. Radio, you don't have to look out of the way, or it's all at you. And at nighttime when it's all red, it's very not distracting. Has a very good layout on the tack here. Simple, revs, speed, fuel, coolant, and then your economy bar. The layout's simple, buttons are simple. It's a very friendly car to get in and use. There's nothing like too complicated about it. So it's definitely one of the last user-friendly ultimate driving machines that you could say BMW sold. Here at the Ultimate Driving Museum in Spartanburg, South Carolina. This place is awesome. To show you the inside of this place.
Hi guys, my name is Christine. I work at the BMW CCA Foundation, and I am here at the Ultimate Driving Museum. It's a little known museum, and we're trying to get a little bit more exposure, so this is awesome for me to tell you guys about us. We are a nonprofit started by a bunch of people who just loved their cars, and they started collecting the history of BMW in North America, the BMW Car Club history, and we've become the second largest archives in the entire world. Each year we create a new exhibit. Changes. So we'll pick the theme. This year is going to be the M3 and its 40 years of history. So we have new cars, old cars, race cars, starting from the E30 and going all through to the newest models. Unique cars like chassis 001 for the E30 M3. And we also have the last chassis sold in the US for the M3. So we've kind of got both ends of the spectrum. What we do is we pick our theme and then we'll go through and find unique vehicles, and we go into our archives and we'll pull all the art and memorabilia to flesh out the story. So when you go in, it's an immersive experience. So you have to put it on your radar. The M3 exhibit runs from May 16th of 2026 all the way through January 16th, 2027. And then you can also come in and shop the gift shop. We have unique and rare items here. Items we've created from our exhibits, the vehicles that are in the exhibits, t-shirts and hats. But we also have items donated from BMW, posters and prints that are vintage ads and all of those different things. So if you want to check us out, we're on the website bmwccafoundation.org and theultimatedrivingmuseum.org.
Thank you. Also got a hat too. This is cool. Florida. Made it with the BMW. Florida.
So, to answer the question at the start of the video, can a 24-year-old German car make it 5,000 plus kilometers? Yes, this one can. I don't know about yours, but this one can.
what you
That's pretty
wanted.
gay.